don't like the life that you have, then you go out and you create another version of it, but you do not create on the backs of other people, trying to dismantle the progress, the goals, the visions, the dreams that they have. Because you may get where you're going, but understand this: how you got it is how it will be taken from you. And in this moment, what we are not going to duplicate, because a lot of us understood, we watched what happened to Colin Kaepernick and we didn't do right by him. We allowed people like you to say and do the things that created the situation where he wasn't able to get back on the field and do the very thing that Shador is doing. He just wanted to play football too. And you all desecrated him. And we stood by and we let it happen. Well, fast forward, we're not allowing that to happen now. No more. And not just to Shador, to any of these young men and young women who are out here carving their space in history and time. Whether it is somebody in the NFL or it's somebody at the office, we're not going to be complicit anymore. We're going to call things things. And we are going to call you to task, you and anybody else who feels the need to continue to perpetuate this narrative. There is a change going on and we're embracing it. And you can either embrace it or you can get rolled on. It is simple as that. We're not asking. Nope. We're telling. Because one thing I do know about the universe in the 54 years I've been alive is whatever you put out there in the wind, it's going to circle back. It is going to circle back. And the thing about it is, karma and retribution, they don't ever show up when you're like, you know what, my bad, I did that. Mm-mm. No, 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 no. Karma and retribution show up when they get ready. And it's usually when things are going hunky dory, everything is A-OK, it's going well, life is good, you've moved on, no longer even thinking, good morning, Pac-Man, hi, Anna. You're not even, hey, G-Licious, you're not even thinking about it. And then they come a tapping on your door, and it's like, ah, ha, ha. Look at here, look at here, look at here, look at here. Looks like you got to tap, you got to pay. But see, people like Emmanuel Acho, they don't think about that when they're doing what it is that they do. And he's been warned. I mean, he's been warned several times. He's had several people come on his show as well as be on their own independent podcast. You'd have thought when he tried to go to war with Matt Barnes that that would be the end of it. You didn't have all that smoke for Matt like you do coming for Shador. Which further lets me know that you're so very jealous of Shador, you're threatened by him, and you're intimidated by him. Instead of you enjoying, because here's the thing that people don't recognize who are born bona fide haters: those of us that celebrate other people and their wins and their achievements, you know why we're excited for them? Because we recognize, you know what? I really was trying to do that and I didn't get it, but I'm really happy you did. And in that moment, whatever it is you didn't get, you're celebrating and getting to enjoy it with the other person. We're excited about Shador because we know what it's like to be in that position. We know what it's like to have someone try to sabotage and take what you worked hard for away from you. And it's actually happened to some of us. And we're still here and we're watching the younger members of our community excel and surpass those moments that we didn't. And we're excited for them. We're happy for them. We're enjoying it. We're celebrating with them. So, how dare you try to come in and take that? Not on our watch. Not on our watch. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. We might have permitted and done a lot of things in our community for generations, but every now and then there comes a moment, an epiphany, a change that is so great and so positive that we make our decision in that moment. Nah, we're not doing that. We're changing it. And for all of us, it was when Shador said, we're going to speak life. We're not doing that anymore. We're speaking life into what we're doing. We're changing the narrative. We're changing the culture. And he's not just saying it, he's doing it. So those of us that have had moments where it didn't necessarily go the way it's going for Shador, we are excited, we are engaged, and we are supporting, and we're moving in that light and energy with him. Not just for what's happening in Cleveland, but also what's going on in Chicago with Angel Reese, what's going on down the street at the elementary school with the kids we see getting on the bus in the morning, on the job, at church. We are becoming better human beings because we are engaged in better human being behavior. And I like it here. I absolutely love it here. I sit here and I watch this chat, and I tell y'all this all the time. I see how people come in the chat and they speak to each other, they ask about each other. That's amazing to me. And I absolutely love it. And I absolutely love how it got started. So, hell no. Hell no. We are not going with Acho. He must go. Turn him off. Uninstall his apps. Don't even let him come through your FYP. That's how he makes his money. Good morning, Jennifer. You will not use Shador Sanders and his fan base to monetize and make financial gains. And out of your same mouth, you say, you're not like us. Good. Don't be like us. But also, do not be like us and try to make money off of us either. We'll need those coins and that manyan to stay exactly where it is in the community. So there is that. So I said what I said. So that's how that will go. Um, I have my laptop up and open. I'm sending out emails this morning. So there is that. So everybody who asked, as well as everybody who is on the watch party distribution list, you'll get your email in a little bit when I go off of live. For those that were asking about the Kevin Girl merch, because several people were asking, is it just with the Cleveland colors, or can you get it in the Atlanta colors? Because some people want to wear that to the Atlanta game. Yes, it is in Atlanta red, Atlanta black, Cleveland brown, Cleveland orange. You can get it either in a hoodie or you can get it in a long sleeve uh, tee. It is also the ladies. It's in the pajamas. If you have gone to the Diva Ish store and seen the merch, if any of the things that you see, if it's not on a shirt or a hoodie, and you would want that particular um, graphic on a hoodie or shirt, just DM me and I'll go ahead and add it to the store merchandise for you. And that way you can get it. So there's that. Um, I sent out all the emails to everybody who was asking about the internet family reunion. It is not too late to send in your deposit. Deposit deadline is the 28th. Tomorrow is the 1st of February. So there is that. And I've been telling folks this because, like I said, Pro Bowl week, Nike is probably going to launch some commercials or stuff. I know for certain the red ice DT that Shador was wearing with his all black Nike warm up with his picture of himself on the back. Those are being launched on the 7th, the day before the Super Bowl. So just to let everybody know, there's going to be lots of drops. Um, I am certain he's also going to be adding. Yes. Let me tell you something about Shador, okay? Shador not only knows that playbook backwards and forwards, he knows all the rules for the NFL as well as with his endorsement brand deals. There's a lot of things you can say about Shador, but you cannot say he does not know his do's and don'ts. He knows the rules. And what I love is he's so smooth with it. He's so smooth with it. I can't sign that. And Shiloh was like, "Bet, I absolutely love their energy. I love all the five Sander children. They are absolutely the best and hilarious." So between Well Off Forever, to legendarystore.com, Nike, I know this week there's going to be some drops. So set your alerts in your apps so that way you don't miss out, because it's definitely going to be something. That part right there. Um Now, as far as the internet family reunion, the only thing that we are waiting on now is them to just drop the dates of the games so we know which one it's going to be. Father, Lord God, please let the Atlanta Falcons game be at the beginning of the season. Please, 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 please. That's the game we definitely want to be at, honey, because let me tell you something. It is going to be like the sidelines in Boulder used to be. Everybody and their mother is going to be in Cleveland for that game. Yes, everybody and their mama is going to be in Cleveland for that game right there. So please, 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 please. So there is that. Um, Catering, venue, DJ, swag bags, prizes, all of that, everything has been handled. I will be putting out a video today with some information about some of the amazing people who are working on the committee to help put this together. And everybody, what I need you to know about this committee and what makes this event special, not just because this will be an opportunity for all of us to meet and finally put faces to posts and handles, hugs around necks, but what makes this so special is we're not in the same, we're not all in the same city. This reunion is being organized and put together piece by piece, a team that is everywhere. We're all over the place. We are doing this remotely. So I'm very proud of that. Who says we can't put something together? What? So there is that. Oh, the other thing. Let me go here and give you an update. Um, yes, we are, Rochelle. All right, boys and girls. So, our baskets, our cart for the kids in Cleveland for Paul L. Dunbar Arts Enrichment Academy, their community give back initiative gift list on Amazon started at 14,700 something and some change. The cart is now at $11,223.35. So thank you to everybody who is giving. It is making a difference. And that number is dwindling down. It is my hope and prayer that by the time we have the reunion, the cart will be empty and the total will be at zero. So if you haven't had a chance to, please visit the gift registry. Send these children. There's not a minimum, maximum. If you want to just send them a pack of pencils, a couple of things of glue, You want to get some snacks. The areas that they need the help in, hygiene products, school supplies, and food. And thank you, Darla. Thank you so much to everyone who has given. But I just want to say, I don't want anybody to feel like, oh, I don't have anything. There is something on there for everybody. There is something is inexpensive is $3.94 all the way up to $48. So there is something on there for everyone who can contribute and make a difference. And to everyone who has done so far, thank you so much. The children in Cleveland need this help, and it is definitely going to a good cause. There's going to be a great migration of students. Hey, Steph, who will be moving about in the Cleveland School District, because in the 2026-2027 school year, 27 schools will be closed. What's that, sweetheart? Papa said to give it to you. Okay, thank you. So there is definitely going to be a need. So we're excited that Miss Whitney is setting up this surplus pantry, because a lot of children come to school just to eat. Some of these kids, they don't have the basic things they need at home to brush their teeth, wash their face, and do their hair in the morning. Um, some kids don't have coats, mittens, hats. So there's a plethora of things on that list that you can choose from. So please, if you are able to, do so. And those that have, thank you again. All right, so now that I took care of all of the serious stuff, let's get to the auntie just wants to clown. Yesterday, do you know how many times I watched that Todd Munkin and Shador Sanders video? It was the most gratifying thing I have seen in a long time. And what I loved most about the video is something that has been missing for a long time. Good morning, Henny. Good morning, Felicia. Is we got to see Shador. We got to see Shador. He walked into that. I mean, he was so giddy walking into that office. He dapped up Andrew Barry. And then him and Todd Munkin immediately went into playful mode. And what that said, and it said a lot of things, and I said that in my video too, that's how you let an incoming player know they are welcomed and they are part of your team. Todd is the new kid on the block as far as being the head coach at Cleveland, and he's letting his quarterback know. Felicia, just DM me your email address, sweetheart, and I will send it to you. He is letting Shador know, but Shador's body language told us everything we needed to know, because there is already a rapport and a relationship that's already built. And the fact that Shador knows, he wanted me to play for him when he was at Georgia. He wanted me to play for him when he was at Baltimore. And now he's here. And Coach Todd said it. It all worked out. It all worked out. Looking at the videos of Coach Todd with his other teams, both in college and at Baltimore, he is very engaged and he's very affectionate with his players. He lets them know they matter, that they count. He hugs them, he talks to them, he speaks highly of them. There'll be no more of this not saying Shador's name or referencing him as if somebody punched you in the back of your head and forced you to say it. Um, Everything about that video said, "Oh, we in there. We are in there." I watched that video so many times, so many times, and I'm very excited about it. The other thing that is very telling is, aside from Carucci, There is a calm about Coach Prime now. He knows his baby is okay. He knows his baby is safe. He's working out and joking and playing with the players and the staff on his team. He's doing things he hasn't done in a long time. His children are even confirming that. So there is a vibrancy that is going across straight across the board, that speaks to how positive and how strong the narrative and the culture change is. And that video was just, it is, it was the person that opens the door and tells you welcome to my home and invites you in. That's what that video was. If you hadn't been watching the Cleveland Browns or keeping up with the progress of their team in Shador, and you saw that video yesterday, you would have been bought in. Hey, True. There's no doubt in my mind that this team is definitely going to change and they're going to do better. The NFL season next year is going to be so very different. We are, it's not going to be that drag lag that we saw this year. Yes, Moni, I was very, very excited about Shelby Harris saying what he's saying. And that's also, hey, nephew, good morning. That's also very telling that the vets now, it's hard when you are in a work environment that is toxic. And every day you come to work, you got to gird your loins because you don't know if something you say or if you're supportive of your incoming rookie that you gonna get cut. I mean, look at Tony Brown. Look what he did to Luke and brought him. I mean, it's crazy. But now you can tell, and you're listening to what they're telling you. What they're telling you is all of that was a bunch of BS. They love him, they respect him, they support him. They are excited about this upcoming spring and summer training. And I can't wait either. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens at the draft. Like I told you, we definitely got to beef up those lines, offensive and defensive. And you can overstack. No, you don't need to overstack your quarterback room, but you can keep a plethora of running backs and wide receivers. Yes, you can. They always moving. Anything can happen. You need to have somebody that can stand in the gap. So let's go, fill her up. You don't need six quarterbacks. You do need six plus running backs or wide receivers. So there is that. So um Andrew Barry, if you're listening, I know I keep, asking you about these things, but I'm finna graduate. I got two graduations. So I think I should be able to ask you for two graduation gifts. Um, for my graduation in April, I'd like an O line. I would like it, I like it real big, like 6'4", 345, chiseled, good old country buck strength. I'd like that. Yes, I would. And I'd like you to get about 4 or 5 of those. hmm hmm Yeah. If we could just, I like to see the pocket look like the wall of China. That's what I like it to look like. The wall of China. Like can't nothing penetrate it or beat through it. That's what I want for graduation number one. And for graduation number two, I want wide receivers with hands that would snatch gold from Mount Olympia and Zeus's hands. I want people to stretch with the elasticity of the rubber band man. I want them to have vertical and horizontal jumps and the speed and the speed of stealth. So you go out there and go get them. Go get them. Who birthday coming up? Andrew Barry's. Well, say less. He has he has more than earned some birthday cards. Say less, Darla. I'm on that, hun. Post incoming. Aunties. Andrew Barry. We must. Retribution must be paid because we had our foot. We had our foot on his neck. We did. We had our foot on his neck. We did not cut him any slack at all. So we do need our retribution to be just as loud and proud. We good for it. Moni, you don't think, hey Nina, you don't think they heard the aunties over there in Buffalo? We said we don't play with them kids. That's what we said. That's what we said. But back to what I was saying, and I'm so glad I'll get on Keon in a minute, baby. But what I'm saying, aunties, we did. We had our foot on Andrew's back and neck. We wasn't letting him breathe. We were. We got to make it up. That baby was just holding on to his job and working in the shadows. Oh, I asked for that already, Buttercup. I asked for that already. So that's all I'm saying is, aunties, let's get it together. I wish I wish I could send them a homemade meal through the internet or through the mail. Well, maybe I'll send them some DoorDash. We could do that. I know the address to the offices. We could send them some DoorDash, have them a little dinner. Courtesy of the aunties. We ain't trying to hold you, AB. We just trying to make it right. Just all we just trying to make it right. So yes, for his birthday, yes, we are. We are going to send Andrew Barry some love. And definitely we want to sign those cards and letters that it's the aunties, because we gotta let him know the same way we handled you. We handled you. We did. We handled you rough, and we meant to, because we do not play. And to the Buffalo Bills, I'm so glad you got your mind right, because I keep trying to tell y'all the auntie fan base is second only to the Beehive. You do not want us on the wrong side of the line. You don't want us to not be happy. Ask Kevin girl about us. You don't want that in your life. You don't want that in your life, because the amount of pressure that we apply. Apparently they not gonna get rid of him. They're deciding they're going to keep him. But none to worry, Buffalo Bills. I'm still going to stay in your business, because keeping him, he deserves to stay on the team. But what we also need you to adjust is he is not some minstrel sideshow freak that you're going to continue to exploit and make fun of him. If he is a member of your team and he is wearing the blue, the red, and the white, then you will garner and give him the respect earned. He is 22 years old. He is in your employ. Develop him, train him, polish him. He is from the southern part of Louisiana. He is from the boot all up and down, but he is a true southern gentleman who has been raised by a strong, beautiful mother and grandmother. And what you will not do is assassinate him publicly so that you muddle him into this puddle of begging and vulnerability. We're not having that. Thank you, Buttercup. We're not having that. What you don't understand and know is that the aunties are a group of women, and we have several different groups. We got the CU aunties, we got the Shador Internet aunties, we got the Auntie Prime Nation, we got the Outspoken Auntie. Oh, it's lots of different auntie groups on here. But all that needs to happen is the bell just needs to be rung, and we will come a running. Yes, we will. Thank you, Nina. We will come a running, and we will put our boots, stilettos, fluffy slippers all up and down your backside behind these young people. And we are everywhere. So put some respect on Keon Coleman's name and do better. You can be volunteers or you will be voluntold. But that sideshow minstrel buffoonery foolishness that you have curated and placated with him, it ends now. Hmm. So there's that. I said what I said. Now, enough about the nephews. Can we now talk about some of our nieces that are out here? What I really want to talk about are some of the nieces who are wags, that the wags of basketball players as well as football players. Now, this one particular wag, she wears, well, two of them. They wear two hats because they are professional athletes in their own right, and they are also the girlfriends of professional athletes. I'm talking none other than Asia Wilson and Angel Reese. Honey, off season is been good to Miss Angel. My boo is baby, when I tell you that she and Asia are floating and they look amazing. I am excited about all the things that they are doing in their off season and off the court. But I'm also glad that they have a work life balance and they don't mind sharing it with the rest of us, that they are living their best lives and that their emotional and psychological needs are being met. They have loving, supporting boyfriends. So it's a beautiful thing to watch. And then let's talk about some of our football wags. I absolutely love Simone Biles. I think she is adorable. She is the cutest little thing. And the way, all $32, the way that she, and for her, because she's still actively working in her sport. As a matter of fact, she's on a gymnastic tour now. It just left Houston last week. So she is flying in and out of wherever her husband is playing and then flying back to get to wherever it is that she has to do her gymnastics tour. So there's that. And then there's some of the baby wags. There's one that came from Colorado. I love her to death. That's Janaya. Janaya is LaJonte's girlfriend. And Janaya is the cutest little bug. Yes, she is. Janaya then messed around and in creating her own custom outfits to wear to LaJonte's game, baby girl then established her a business. Now she got the other wags reaching out to her to make their custom stuff for them to wear to the games. I just love that. I love that. I loved following her when she and LaJonte were still in school together. I just thought they were so cute. I thought they were just the cutest little couple. Now, the next wag, I'm gonna say everybody might not like her, but I do. I absolutely love her. I love her authenticity. Some of the stuff that come out her mouth is a little spicy. It's a little spicy. It's a little spicy, but I love her. That's Cardi B. Baby, let me tell you something. If you don't support me, like Cardi B supports Stefan when she watching him play. Cardi say everybody can get it. All of y'all sports commentators over there, Ryan Clark, all of y'all. She does not care, honey. My man, my man, my man. I love Tori too. She is adorable. Now, there is a wag that I know personally because our mother, me and her mom grew up together, and that's Megan. Her and Clay. If that is not the goofiest, cutest union ever, my God, today, They are absolutely adorable. Yes, she is. Yes, Cardi is. Yes, she is. They are so cute. And I know that Holly and Joe are both looking down on their baby girl and they are absolutely proud. I love um I love watching someone come from a battle and be the victor, but not just be the victor, deserve the win. Um Megan has not had an easy ride to where she is, but I love the fact that, she stood on 10 toes flat and now her season and her harvest of happiness is happening. So, um those are some of the wags. I do like Jason Kelsey's wife. I love her. She's fireball. She is real spicy, honey. She lets them folks have it. Yes, Miss Kelsey lets the folks have it. I also like Wyatt Teller's wife. Oh, she's the clapback queen too. Uh Too cute. Too cute. Yes, Wyatt Teller's. Hey, Chicky. Wyatt Teller's wife is a fireball, baby. What I love about these women that I am naming is that they are very supportive of their husbands. They embrace the culture of being a wag, but they are independent. They are independent and singular. They have their own identities. They have their own things that they are doing, and they didn't have to forfeit that in order to be supportive of their mates. And I really am excited that the men are equally supportive of them. Um Clay, what's Simone's husband's name? So I don't want to say the baby's name wrong, calling him something that he ain't. But Simone's husband, same way Simone will put on his number and be dressed head to toe. He shows up at her gymnastic events, loud and proud, sitting with his in-laws. Jonathan, yes. Uh, he is Moni. You just have to be messy. I was trying not to talk about that baby. I did not want to bring up Zoe. Right now is not a good time for Zoe. It's not. And what's not funny is that we warned her. We were like, "Don't do that." Ooh, don't do that. Now here we are. It didn't age well at all. It did not age well at all. The fact that you said it loud and proud that everybody in the building wants to I can't even repeat. Hmm. uh See, aunties, this is the thing. This is why we have to send Andrew Barry some love for his birthday. We was we was loud and wrong, but we are accountable and we're owning it. Okay? We're owning it. What we were saying, that did not age well either. Thank you, Stephanie. Yes, my YouTube channel, it's under the same handle, Psych Nurse Diva. Yeah, so your retribution got to be as loud as your disrespect. Yeah, it does. Yeah, you got to go, Everly. Got to go. Um, Travis's wife. Let's talk about that. Okay. I'm not gonna say that I don't like her. I don't really follow her. I do. Let me correct that and say what's honest. I do follow her, but I don't engage or stay active on her page. Let me say that. Um, I love Travis. I love Travis. And I have seen the pictures. I loved their photo shoot on the beach with the baby. That was absolutely beautiful. And I refrain, or let me say this, previously I refrained from saying negative things because hold on. What's up, buddy? Okay. I refrained from saying negative things about that particular relationship because one, absolutely love and support Travis, and I understood he's young, he's in love, and this is a person. Bobby, stop that. No, I gave you water. I also gave you your Tylenol. Now you're just being fussy. What is it you're asking for? What are you asking me for? Do you need something? No? What do you need? Huh? Or what would you like? Nothing. He's just talking in his sleep. That's crazy. So I didn't participate in the hack job that people were doing to her. Some of the things people were saying, I could understand why they said them, and I understood where they were coming from. I did have my suspicions. I did not voice them publicly because, again, in support of Travis. Um, he wants a thinner mom with lighter skin and normal hair. Um, Bon après-midi. I don't know, sir or madam, what you're saying. That was random. Who is he? And who's the mama? Oh, okay, Chad. My vision might be a little blurry. Is that the middle finger in Namaste? Is that what that is? Somebody actually came to my page and shot a finger and said Namaste with that? Oh my. Oh wow. Wait a minute before we block. Let me go take a gander. Oh, I thought I had closed the library when I was finished with Acho, but here we are. Bon après midi. Your cute little French handle and your cute little dog. No bio or anything, so you're a bot or someone who needs a hug. You really shot the birdie and then said namaste. Oh my God, today. My God, today. So, monsieur, or c'est mademoiselle, comment ça va? Comment ça va? Bonjour. But comment ça va? Hmm. No. No parlez-vous en français? Qu'est-ce que c'est au parler anglais? Hmm. Okay. So, écoutez et répétez. S'il vous plaît? Hmm. So this is what we're going to do since you're not multilingual. Let me go ahead and say it to you. Influent auntie. I do speak it. Yes, I do. I do. So here's the tea. Okay. What you don't ever want to do is jump in this chat room and throw up a finger emoji. That's very telling that hmm, you lack the fortitude to say it with your chest. So you said it with your keyboard. I don't know if your fingers are broken or you're just a little punk, but I am going to say this. Um, you heard out of my mouth that I wasn't going to say anything disparaging about that young lady. And I definitely was not giving someone else license or latitude to come in here and say anything about her in that manner or the Hunter family. So let me give you tea to this, you twit. Whatever shade of brown you think that Leanne is, perhaps you should do your homework and you'll find that she is biracial. There's that. And whatever hue Travis wants his family to be, he comes from a bloodline that makes every shade. So even if he wasn't with a lighter woman or a smaller woman, the possibility of him giving birth to an albino or an onyx black Nubian king is highly probable because it's in his bloodline. So there's that. See, here in this community, we don't tear down people. Now, we can have our disagreeing ideologies. We can feel one way, and the neighbor that's commenting can feel another way. But what we won't do, we will not be tacky. We will not be rude. We will not be ugly, cruel, racist, or mean. And if you looked at Leanne, you clearly could tell what's in her pot. So, whatever color she is or her son is, that is Travis Hunter's family. That is his wife. That is his son. His mother and the other members of his family and her family have combined and have accepted one another and they love each other. And that's all that matters. And that's what we have to respect. You have a bulldog as your profile picture. Your handle is Bon Après Midi. You used a word of blessings and good tidings and you threw up the bird in front of it. You're a clown. You're a coward. And you're not even bilingual. So there's that. Do not get it twisted. I'm a code 45 and I'm a wet bottle. I hablamos and I parlez-vous. Poquito. Hmm. Because unlike you, sir, who's color struck, some people in my bloodline made sure that I was able to pick up some books and be able to read some things as well as read people. I'm really good at it. Now it's Saturday and my little buddy is over there sleeping. It's some mothers in the church in here in the chat. And I said I was gonna do better by the mothers in the church. But if you ever come in here again throwing up your finger, I'm gonna just have to get a real good cussing out later by the mothers in the church. Cause I'm gonna read you from the rooter to the tutor. And I'm gonna lay into you like lie perm on the neck of 1930 with a fresh pressed zoot suit. Don't ever come in my chat group with that bullshit. Go play with your madre or your mama. Don't play with me. There. I met the quota and I still kept my grace with the mothers of the church. But back to what I was saying about Miss Leanne. Um, I gave her a lot of grace because I understood that her and Travis, they're young. They're 20 something. They're young. And, once upon a time, like in my 30s and 40s, I used to say really cold and callous stuff about people that were younger than me, but I was still developing too. And I didn't take into consideration that there are processes and levels to this thing called life. And every decade of our life, we learn something more about ourselves. And we can look back at people behind us and we can either choose to stick our hand out and help them make that climb up, or we can throw rocks and throw dirt at them and watch them stumble and fall unnecessarily. The older I have gotten, I have learned I am reaching my hand back to help people. You don't have something nice to say, then you don't say anything at all. You also have to understand that different things are for different people. I understand Travis's backstory. I understand there were things that he was lacking. And this woman he's married, Leanne, she provides some of those things for him and it makes him happy. It ain't for us to understand, like, or even be concerned with. But they are two public people and they share their lives. And by you all's um, feedback, it says that things are a little different with her. But I'm very happy for the both of them and their healthy, happy, beautiful baby boy. And I don't give a damn what color they are. I'm not married to either of them. So there's that. But I do know this much. She is at the games. Yes, she is. And she represents her husband. That's all you can ask. And they're 20 something. So at 22, I made the worst decision in people choosing decisions I could have ever made. And I married somebody I didn't have no business even taking an order from McDonald's from. So there's that. So I cannot be running back trying to tell somebody else who is 20 something, well, you shouldn't because it was a whole lot of people telling me some really cruel and ugly things when I was 22. I don't want to repeat that. That's not nice. We can do much better. We can do much better. I know we can. Hmm. Yeah, we can do much better. Oh wow, darling, how was that, honey? That's got to be something. You got some stories to tell, baby. Hmm. No, I wasn't married at 22. I had a baby at 22. I was married by 25, but I was about to give birth to my second. No, I'd already had her. Yeah, I'd already had her. I was about to be 26. I was married at that time. So I had two little girls in my 20s. And let me tell you something. It's one thing to be 20 and careless and ignorant and just out here doing stuff. It's another thing to be 20 something and you now have a baby or babies. So yeah, there is that. So I'm glad to see that Leanne is finding some peace and things are different. That is awesome. But I did see their pictures and they were absolutely breathtaking. Absolutely breathtaking. So um I am excited that not only for the nephews who are progressing and moving forward in their dreamscape, I'm always excited as well about the nieces. And I know we don't talk a lot about the nieces and what they are doing. Um, I admit I don't talk about them a lot in here, but I do follow them and engage, their pages and stuff like that. So I'll do a better job of that because I think it is only fair. They deserve as much attention as the nephews. Oh, wow. Okay, darling. Well, that happens too. As far as Dylan, mm, I don't know. But I can tell you this what I do know. If Shador has anything to do with it, he won't get cut. If Shador has anything to do with it, he won't get cut. And I'm going to tell you why. Because Shador understands that everybody has a dream. In the same way it was his dream to play in the NFL, he knows what it felt like for somebody to pick on him and not be nice to him. And he knows that some of the things that Dylan said, they were directed towards him, but he also knows that Dylan was parroting what he heard somebody else say. And the kind of person that Shador is, as long as Dylan is coming to practice, regardless of how well or he plays or doesn't play, he doesn't think that that's warrant for somebody to lose their dream if they don't have to. So if somebody were to ask or say, I know Shador would readily speak up and say, no, don't cut that man. Don't do that. But that's if somebody asks him. Now Shador is not gonna step out of bounds and start telling people what to do with their job. But if the conversation comes up, Shador would definitely say, no, don't take his dream from him. Now, however Dylan worked with that, that's on him. But that's the person that Shador is. I had even hoped they bring Tony Brown back. No, he's not a dream snatcher at all. He want to see everybody. He want to see everybody. Hold on a second. Y'all be throwing stuff out here at me. Miles Garrett wants to trade. Child, y'all got to stop looking at them damn AI pages. They'll have you out here down bad. Hold on. We verifying it. You gotta go to some quality. Okay, so here's the tea on Miles, y'all. February 2025, he did go and request because of the losing season they had. But we knew that already. And the reason he stayed is because they brought the new quarterbacks. We knew that already. So there's no truth to that. Just what I'm talking about. Like they not excited about the narrative being changed. So they coming up with some of any and everything to put out there, you know? Well, thank you, Marvin. Thank you, Evelyn. No, that's why I came on here and addressed the Emmanuel Acho thing about his comments about the coaches and stuff, because um everything that comes out of Cleveland prior to this season with Shador has always been very, very negative. Very negative. Now that that's beginning to change, people who are addicted to this dark cloud that hangs over Cleveland, they're refusing to let it go. Now, I could see him being upset about Coach Schwartz leaving because let's be clear, Coach Schwartz did his big one with that defense. It is what it is. But do not get it twisted. Miles passes the pro shop every day going to his car. He sees two jerseys in there, 12.95. He is a very intelligent young man. He has watched his rookie quarterback play, he's seen his film, and he knows about the relationship with Coach Todd. Why would anybody in Cleveland be trying to go anywhere? Now, the one person I would like to see leave and go somewhere, we ain't heard hair high to him, and that's Jerry Judy. Miles Garrett broke his record with the Cleveland Browns. That means something. And until Miles Garrett come out and say something, as Coach Prime would say, that's a lie. Mm. Yes, Coach Schwartz is under contract. So we'll see. Amazing, Pac-Man. Oh, he ready to go to the draft. I can't wait to see what team picks him up. No, Star Child is not with a contract. Mm-mm. And Sunflower, we ain't got to boycott Jerry Judy. As you clearly can see, the changes that are being made, they don't have his name on it at all. Those wide receivers that Andrew Berry has attained. I've been over there on Isaiah Wooden's page. He's working out. He can run. He can quick turn and pivot. He y'all got to see that video of him playing basketball. He got hops. He ain't scared to jump up in the sky. That's exactly what I said, Camille. Shut him down. Who has a no trade clause? Jerry Judy? Oh, Miles. Okay. Let me go ahead and check and see what's going on with Jerry Judy. Well, they're not saying anything about Jerry Judy, but I'm gonna tell you where Jerry Judy need to be concerned is this draft. Draft night could change everything for him. So there is that. So, anywho, I need to do some charting. I need to send these emails off, and I definitely need to get something in my belly because I am hungry. So, everybody, just keep tabs on your email. I'll be sending them out. There is that. Those of you, that part right there, Camille. Well, Buttercup, let me tell you something. That contract, they they can figure out a way around it. Like you don't never get off that bench. Um, the link for the Pro Bowl watch party, I'm sending that out when I get off of the live. What you say, Queen? What information being sent out? I didn't get a memo. I need to know. That's what I said in my post earlier, Camille. It's time to cancel Acho. He got to go. Yeah, he got to go. So anyway, my loves, let me get to what I need to get to. Everybody, stay warm, stay dry, stay safe. Go and do great things. And as always, protect your peace and your mental health.